Hi, I'm Jess Keating, and you are watching Animal Logic's Second Nature.
Hi there. Well, what you doing away back there? Come on up here. Ah, that's better. I'm glad you dropped by. I've got a little story I think you'll like.
A species' survival is entirely dependent on its ability to exploit and compete for the resources in their ecosystem. But sometimes those ecosystems change, and animals that have excelled with one strategy for thousands of years all of a sudden need to adapt. This can mean specializing in a new niche, broadening their niche to a more general diet, or pushing into an entirely different territory. Over time, this can lead to the creation of a new species. Amphibious mammals. Currently, several species of terrestrial mammals are dealing with ecosystem changes that have them turning to a life in the water.
Take this mother hippopotamus and her young son Sebastian, who is just learning to swim and is sticking close to mom.
Here in Canada on Vancouver Island live the sea wolves. These wolves are a population of gray wolf that are beginning to draw a genetic line in the sand, or beach. Unlike interior wolves, who primarily eat elk and deer, these coastal wolves eat seafood. Their diet is made primarily of salmon, but they also eat clams, seals, otters, and marine carrion. These elusive wolves roam the coast in packs of up to 20. They travel great distances in search of food, either by land or sea, and have been recorded swimming 12 kilometers in a single go. They are roughly 20% smaller than interior gray wolves, and DNA testing has found that they are actually genetically distinct from their mainland cousins. When hunting salmon, they hunt much like grizzly bears. They stand in the shallows where the salmon are spawning and catch them as they jump out of the water. These wolves were driven to the coasts and islands as their original territory was logged, leaving much less room for prey and predators to survive. Yet, while life on the coast isn't what gray wolves have excelled at historically, they have found some advantages. Hunting small prey like salmon is a lot safer than hunting their traditional diet of large ungulates, which could injure a wolf during the hunt. If interior wolves wanted to hunt salmon, they'd be competing with grizzly bears, who take to the islands in much smaller numbers, if at all.
Then one of the great epic struggles of nature begins. Day after day, week after week.
Grizzly bears are amphibious mammals, but they don't swim all that often. They primarily hang out in the shallows, waiting for salmon. Polar bears, on the other hand, are much more aquatic. Their habitat is made up of ice, and as that ice melts, they must take to the seas far more often. They have huge paws, designed for pushing their aerodynamic bodies through the water. They spend the majority of their time in the water traveling, preferring to ambush seals at seal holes rather than diving for them. Though, they will use the water as a means to approach unsuspecting prey stealthily. But they're not alone. Jaguars too use the water to silently approach their prey before striking. Living in such vast, diverse, and changing ecosystems, jaguars have become much more generalist in their diet than other big cats. They are fantastic swimmers and will dive into the water to hunt turtles, fish, capybaras, and caiman. In the Sundarbans, in the mangrove forest, tigers often take to the water to cross from island to island in search of prey. While tigers are less amphibious than jaguars, if their prey tries to escape them in the water, they will dive in pursuit. Though in the East, the cat that reigns supreme among amphibious mammals is the aptly named fishing cat. These rare felines are found in the Bay of Bengal, with most of them living in the mangrove forests and swamps of the Sundarbans. These cats are right at home in the water. They are excellent swimmers and hunt their aquatic prey either by fishing it out from the surface with their big paws or by diving in to get it. These bulky-looking cats might not look like amazing swimmers, but they have a few adaptations that give them an edge. Their paws are partially webbed. This helps propel them through the water as well as giving them more surface area to walk on when strolling through the muddy wetlands, stopping them from sinking in. They also have thick layers of fur perfectly adapted for life in the water. The bottom layer is short and dense. This keeps the fishing cat's skin dry and warm while swimming. The top layer is longer, and this is where they get their pattern. This is used for camouflage.
It looks like revenge, but the cat will be all right, a little wiser and cleaner.
Fishing cats took to the water for survival. There was far too much competition on land from similar predators, but now they face the opposite problem. As humans are pushing further and further into their territory, the wetlands are beginning to disappear, and the fishing cat will be left to either adapt or die. While the kingfisher might hold the title for the most graceful diver,